Disney World is full of magic, but it's also full of secrets. And some of those secrets, Disney would rather you didn't know about them. We're not just talking about hidden Mickeys or trivia you can find in a guidebook. I mean the kind of secrets that explain how the magic actually works, the tricks Disney uses to keep you spending, and the hidden details that completely change the way you see the parks. Stick with me because today we're diving into 12 Disney World secrets Disney doesn't want you to know. Some of these will save you money, some will save you time, and a couple will make you look at Disney in a whole new way. And trust me, the last one is going to blow your mind. Secret number 1, Magic Kingdom is built on a second floor. Let's start with something that shocks almost everyone the first time they hear it. Magic Kingdom is actually built on the second story. That's right, when you're walking down Main Street, USA, you're technically on the second floor of the park. Underneath your feet is a giant network of tunnels called the utilidors. These tunnels allow cast members to move around without breaking the illusion. That's why you never see a Frontierland cowboy walking through Tomorrowland. It's why Mickey can wave at guests near Adventureland and then appear in Fantasyland minutes later. The utilidors aren't just for cast members either. Disney uses them to transport supplies, move trash. Yep, the garbage is sucked away by a vacuum system that zips bags underground at 60 miles per hour and keep everything running smoothly. The average guest has no idea the system exists, and Disney doesn't advertise it. Why? Because it breaks the illusion. The entire point of Disney is to immerse you in the story, and seeing Goofy sprint through a concrete tunnel with a giant fan strapped to his head isn't exactly magical. But knowing about the utilidors changes how you look at the park. The next time you're in Magic Kingdom, you'll realize the stage you're standing on isn't the whole show. There's a backstage world hidden just beneath you. Secret number 2, the Skyliner can save hours if you use it right. Transportation at Disney World can be, let's just say, frustrating. Buses get crowded, monorails break down, and walking feels impossible after a long park day. But Disney has a relatively new secret weapon, the Skyliner. It looks like a simple gondola system, but here's the thing. It can save you hours of time if you know when to use it. Guests staying at Skyliner resorts like Pop Century, Caribbean Beach, or Riviera Resort can hop directly to Epcot or Hollywood Studios in minutes. No crowded buses, no waiting in massive lines. Here's the catch. Disney doesn't advertise just how much faster this can be. Why? Because if too many people start using it strategically, it loses its efficiency. Even now, Disney quietly shuts the Skyliner down during storms, and at park close, it can have a massive line. That's why Disney still pushes buses and monorails in their official materials. But here's the insider tip. If you rope drop Hollywood Studios or Epcot, use the Skyliner. You'll beat thousands of guests trying to bus in. Just remember, it's not 24/7, so always have a backup plan. The Skyliner is one of those tools that feels like a hidden perk if you know how to work it. Disney isn't hiding it exactly, but they're not highlighting just how powerful it can be either. Secret number 3. There's a private suite in the Cinderella castle. This is the ultimate hidden in plain sight secret. Millions of guests walk through Cinderella Castle every year, but almost no one realizes there's actually a private suite tucked inside. It was originally designed in the 1970s for Walt Disney's family, though he passed before it was completed. Today, the Cinderella Castle suite is one of the most exclusive spaces in Disney World. And here's the kicker. You cannot book it. No amount of money, no online reservations. Disney only gives access to VIPs, celebrities, or through special promotions and contests. Inside, the suite is pure royalty. Stained glass windows, a starry sky ceiling above the bed, a bathroom with a jacuzzi fit for a king, and decor that looks straight out of a fairy tale. You're literally staying inside the castle, but it's so off limits that most fans don't even know it exists. Disney doesn't talk about this room much because it highlights something they'd rather not advertise. No matter how much you're willing to spend, some experiences are reserved for a select few. And honestly, that mystery is part of why it's so fascinating. The castle is the ultimate symbol of Disney, and knowing there's a hidden royal suite inside makes the whole place feel even more magical. Secret number 4. The Kiss Goodnight, Disney's hidden farewell show. Everyone knows about the fireworks. But here's a secret that even regulars miss. At the end of the night, long after most guests have left Magic Kingdom, there's a tiny show called The Kiss Goodnight. It happens about 30 minutes after park close. Cinderella Castle lights up, soft music plays, and a narrator thanks guests for visiting. It's subtle, only a few minutes long, and most people never see it because they rush out with a fireworks crowd. Disney doesn't promote this at all. There's no mention in the schedule, no push notifications in the app. Why? Because they want most people to leave right after fireworks, so they can start clearing the park. The Kiss Goodnight is a little hidden reward for the stragglers, the ones who linger and soak in the atmosphere. It's one of those things that makes you feel like you've unlocked a secret level in the game. And the best part? It's completely free. Just hang back, relax on Main Street, and wait for the magic to play out. Once you know it exists, you'll never want to miss it again. And if you think a secret light show in the castle is cool, wait until we talk about the way Disney controls your senses without you even realizing it. The smells, the sounds, even the way you walk through the park. It's all engineered. And once you know that trick, you'll never experience Disney the same way again. Secret number 5. Not all fireworks views are equal. When most people think of Disney fireworks, they imagine Main Street, right in front of the castle, shoulder to shoulder with thousands of strangers. That's the image Disney wants you to have, because while you're packed in, you're also conveniently near shops and snack stands. More crowd equals more impulse buys. But here's the secret. Not all fireworks views are created equal. In fact, some of the best ones are tucked away, practically empty. The hub grass areas in front of the castle, way less crowded, and you still get the full effect. The bridge from the contemporary resort to Bay Lake Tower, you'll see the fireworks with almost no one around. And if you want a totally unique experience, head behind the castle into Fantasyland. You'll be surrounded by fireworks going off in every direction. It's wild. Disney never promotes these alternate spots because they want to funnel you into the Main Street crush. But if you know where to go, you'll get a more comfortable, more magical experience without standing in a sea of elbows. Secret number 6. The smells are engineered to make you spend. Ever notice how Main Street smells like vanilla and popcorn? Or how you catch a whiff of fresh cookies near the bakery, even when nothing's in the oven? That's no accident. Disney uses machines called smellitizers to pump out carefully designed scents across the park. On Main Street, the goal is simple. Make you hungry. In Epcot Soarin', you'll smell fresh grass, salty ocean air, and orange groves, all to immerse you in the ride. At the resorts, every lobby has its own signature scent. The Polynesian smells tropical, the Grand Floridian smells floral, and these scents are even bottled and sold in candles because guests start associating them with Disney happiness. Here's the kicker. It's not just about immersion. It's about spending psychology. Smells trigger memory and emotion, and Disney uses that to make food more tempting, merch more appealing, and the whole environment feel addictive. They'll never tell you that the magic you're feeling is being piped out of a hidden machine, but once you know, you'll catch yourself sniffing Main Street and thinking, yep, they're selling me with my nose. Secret number 7. The garbage disappears like magic. You've probably noticed this without even realizing it. Disney trash cans are never overflowing. You rarely see cast members dragging heavy bags through crowded walkways. That's because Disney built one of the most advanced trash systems in the world, and they'd prefer you never think about it. Beneath Magic Kingdom runs a vacuum-powered system called AVAC. Trash gets dropped into chutes, sucked underground at nearly 60 miles per hour, and funneled away out of sight. Guests never see it, never smell it, never even notice it's happening. Why is this a secret? Because Disney knows the second you see trash bags or garbage trucks, the illusion breaks. Magic isn't magical if you're stepping around piles of trash. They want you to think the park just stays clean on its own. But in reality, there's a whole hidden system constantly sucking away yesterday's churro wrappers. And honestly, it's one of Disney's most impressive tricks. Once you know about it, you'll start noticing how spotless everything feels compared to other theme parks. That's not an accident. That's the magic of industrial engineering. Secret number 8. VIP tours can skip almost every line. This one is juicy, and it's definitely not something Disney advertises loudly. You know how Genie Plus and individual lightning lanes are marketed as the ultimate way to skip the lines? Well, there's an even bigger cheat code: private VIP tours. Book a VIP tour and you get a personal guide who literally walks you through backstage entrances and straight onto rides. No waiting, no crowds, no stress. You want to ride Rise of the Resistance 3 times in a row? Done. You want to hop between parks in the same day? They'll handle the transportation. Here's the catch. These tours start at around $450 an hour with a minimum of 7 hours. That's over $3,000 for a single day. Disney doesn't advertise them heavily because they highlight the ultimate pay-to-play reality. If you have the money, you can skip almost every line in the park. Most guests don't even realize these tours exist. Disney keeps them quiet because they want you to focus on Genie Plus, the product they can sell to the masses. But for the wealthiest guests, VIP tours are the real fast pass. And knowing they exist makes you look at the lightning lane scramble a little differently. And if you think a $3,000 tour is wild, wait until you get into how Disney manipulates your wait times. Yep, those numbers on the app aren't always what they seem. And once you learn why, you'll never look at a 90-minute wait the same way again. Secret number 9. Wait times aren't always honest. Here's one of the sneakiest tricks Disney uses. Those wait times you see on the app and on the ride signs, they aren't always real. In fact, they're often deliberately exaggerated. Why would Disney inflate times? 2 reasons. 1. Crowd control. If Rise of the Resistance shows 180 minutes, a chunk of people won't even bother. That spreads the crowd out, protecting the ride from being completely overrun. 2. Guest satisfaction psychology. If the sign says 90 minutes and you only wait 60, you walk away happy thinking, wow, that wasn't so bad. It's a simple trick to lower frustration and boost your mood. And it works. Most guests take the numbers at face value, but insiders know to question them. Sometimes you'll see a huge wait posted and walk past the queue to find out it's moving quickly. Other times, the app says 30 minutes, but the line is crawling. It's a game of smoke and mirrors, designed to manage flow. Want the real hack? Ride during parades, fireworks, or just before park close. Posted times drop, and the actual wait is often way less than what you'd expect. If you've ever braved a 120-minute standby and got on in 50, congratulations. You've just experienced Disney's wait time mind game in action. Secret number 10. Genie Plus isn't always the savior it looks like. Disney has been pushing Genie Plus as if it's the one thing that can save your vacation. The marketing makes it sound like you'll glide past every line like royalty. Reality? It's not always worth it. Genie Plus costs $15 to $35 per person per day, depending on crowd levels. For a family of 4, that's well over $100 added to your ticket price per day. And here's the secret. Unless you're at Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, you won't get enough out of it to justify the cost. Why? Epcot and Animal Kingdom simply don't have enough high-demand rides. You'll maybe use Genie Plus once or twice, and that's it. You're basically paying for the privilege of using your phone all day to refresh the app. And even in Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, Genie Plus isn't a magic bullet. You need to be on your phone at 7 a.m. sharp, snagging lightning lane reservations as soon as they open. If you don't know the system, you'll end up with second-tier rides and wonder what you paid for. Here's the real insider trick. You don't always need Genie Plus. Rope drop, single rider lines, and late-night riding can get you just as much done. Disney doesn't want you to know this because Genie Plus is a huge cash cow. But knowing when not to buy it can save you hundreds of dollars. Money you can spend on something far more memorable than staring at your phone. Secret number 11. Hidden relaxation spaces exist all over the parks. Disney is designed to keep you moving. Shops, parades, character spots, all engineered to funnel you towards spending. But sprinkled across the parks are quiet little corners that most guests walk right past. Magic Kingdom, for example, has the shaded pathway behind Ye Olde Christmas Shop in Liberty Square. It's usually deserted with benches and space to breathe. In Epcot, The Morocco Pavilion has courtyards so quiet, you'll swear you left the park. Animal Kingdom has trails near the Tree of Life, filled with animal exhibits most people never stop to see. Even Hollywood Studios has spots like the Echo Lake seating areas, often ignored by the crowd rushing toward Galaxy's Edge. Disney never promotes these because they don't make money off of you sitting on a bench. But these hidden spaces are a lifeline when the crowds feel overwhelming. They're where seasoned Disney adults sneak away with a snack, regroup, and then head back refreshed. The best part? Finding them feels like you've unlocked a secret level. While everyone else is packed shoulder to shoulder on Main Street, you're chilling in your own little oasis. And sometimes that's more magical than any ride. Secret number 12. Disney tracks you everywhere, quietly. And here's the big one. The secret that makes everything else click. Disney is tracking you, not in a sinister spy movie way, but in a way that's incredibly powerful and incredibly profitable. Magic bands, park tickets, the My Disney Experience app, mobile ordering, even free Wi-Fi. All of it feeds data back to Disney. They know what rides you're riding, where you're standing, what snacks you're ordering, and how long you're in each shop. This isn't just for fun. Disney uses the data to predict crowd flows, adjust staffing, and here's the key, to sell more. That's why you'll get a push notification reminding you about mobile ordering right when you're walking past Casey's Corner, or why your app suggests an attraction that's conveniently under capacity. Even ride photos tie into the system. Your Magic Band doesn't just get you in the park, it tells Disney who you are, what you bought, and what might make you spend again. Why don't they talk about this? Because it breaks the magic. Disney wants you thinking about castles and churros, not algorithms and data streams. But once you know, you realize how carefully designed the entire experience is. Every smell, every sound, every random suggestion in the app, all nudges based on data they've already collected about you. It's equal parts genius and unsettling. But whether you see it as brilliant or creepy, one thing's for sure. Disney knows more about your trip than you do. So, now you know. Disney magic isn't just about castles and parades. It's about the hidden systems, the quiet tricks, and the little details they'd rather you never notice. Once you start spotting them, you realize there's a whole other layer to the parks most guests completely miss. But the list doesn't stop there. There are even more little secrets, ride details, food hacks, hidden spots that can completely change your trip. And honestly, that's part of the fun. Peeling back the curtain and seeing just how deep the rabbit hole goes. What about you? Have you ever stumbled on something at Disney that felt like a secret only you knew? Maybe a shortcut, a hidden character, or a quiet corner that became your favorite spot? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and I know other Disney fans will too. And if you're planning your own trip, I dropped a free Disney packing checklist and a vacation savings planner inside our school community. The link's in the description. Come hang out, grab the tools, and connect with other fans who are just as into this stuff as we are. And if you thought these were good, wait until you see what's coming next. Your adventure is just beginning.